Richard Prince opening. So, spread the history around.
That's great. Good luck.
Thank you, Ira.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
When I started going out, there were no clubs in New York. There was no place to gather. There was just a firehouse down on Wooster Street, and people would meet upstairs, and the floor was sort of concave. And this was before any of the clubs opened, so there were no dance places or anything. It was like going back to 1970. I kept all the invitations to the clubs, going back 12 West and the River Club and Lamouche and the Seine. My name is Ira Smith. I am an artist, and I live in the East Village, and I'm right next door to the Jewel Theater, or the old Jewel Theater.
It's called the
Lyric. I found this in a book of old New York. And that is the Lyric. And when I moved in, the only thing you saw in the front were just black glass doors. But when I discovered it was a porn theater and I'd gone in, not much had changed as far as the inside. The ceiling was the same, the moldings were the same that you can see from this photo.
So the entire front was sealed off with...
Just sealed with black glass doors when you moved the doors back in the late 70s. And they were very discreet. You never knew what was going on. When I had discovered the place, you would go in, you'd pay, there was a window on the right, you entered from the right door. There was a popcorn machine opposite the window where you paid, there was a popcorn machine and a table where you could get soda. And then behind where you paid, there was a staircase that went downstairs. And then when you got to the bottom landing and you made your right, it was just rows and rows of glory holes. And the bathrooms were in the back.
Tell me if I'm wrong. I was reading David Wandrag, A Definitive History of 5 or 6 Years on the Lower East Side, and he met a number of significant friends and acquaintances at porn theaters, which is a very different use of porn theaters than the heterosexual community. Was there a social aspect to it?
There was. You would see the same people over and over again. Usually it was after 5 o'clock. People would stop on their way home. This is before the computer and the web and all that. So it was like a family closer to home, no alcohol.
And you did some artwork?
Just a year before they closed, I went in, and there on the left there was a glass case that they would post information. There was a big poster, one of my pieces. And I said, "Do you know where you got that?" And the guy didn't know where, and I said, "Well, that's my work. That's what I did." And from that moment on, I was able to get in for free.
That sounds perfect.
Yeah, it was nice.
So we were just in the West Village, and there used to be an old like S&M dungeon club down there, and the rumor was that Oprah had bought the building, because now it's right there in the meatpacking district where all posh and high-end stores. My name is Wandrag, and I am an artist. I live on 3rd Avenue between 13th and 14th Street, which is just across the old theater. And when I heard about Wayne's project, it sounded really interesting, and was very excited to find out that he was doing an installation right down the block from where I live. I got to go down there and see the whole process over a day take place. I guess what surprised me the most was that there wasn't any faint pencil line that, you would then go over and fill in with sand. That it was just literally out of nowhere. An image would take place. I guess it was about 7 hours. From very early on, we could definitely make out what was going on. It's the process of pouring the sand kind of in a rough way, and then brushing and then painting the sand into more specific lines, but in a very predetermined way, which I don't know how it happens, but it happened. The word magical still comes to mind. It's like in that movie Amadeus, where Salieri looks at Mozart's written music and he looks baffled, and someone says, "Why?" And he says, "Well, there's no mistakes. There's nowhere where you can go in and see that he changed the note, or he just sat down and wrote beautiful music." And these paintings are like, you just sit down and you make a beautiful image with really almost no mistake. So it's a great performance to watch.
So funny when you came in and go, "Oh," like you recognized it as looking something like
Sure do.
black and white male drawings, little pictures.
The ads are, I mean, that would be great wallpaper. I mean, it's like a slice of history. I love the look. I mean, there's something about it that's so recognizable. Oh my God. I recognize a lot of these titles. That's funny. I'm trying to get all these movies because they don't make them anymore like this. They had plots. I prefer that a movie has a plot. I mean, let's face it, there's only 2 places you can stick your dick. But I mean, a plot? Yeah. Oh, wow, nice shit. This is really great. I love this.
Yeah. No, I wish we still lived across the street from a, gay porn movie theater. That sounds fun. Now we live across the street from an IHOP.